businesses are started by entrepreneurs with a novel idea, but it's important that they surround themselves with dedicated people who share that mission and feel the same satisfaction of making it happen. And, without ads. I mean, we were all in together. Yeah, we can do this. And as you get bigger and bigger, that's harder to do. But I think when they're sometimes bought by larger corporations, that doesn't exist anymore. So the magazine without ads really needs to be done by an individual with a unique idea and a lot of drive. Well, as I just said, when you have a national magazine, you have to have almost 1 million subscribers, or maybe you can get by. It all depends on the quality and the paper and how many pages and so forth. But let's bring it down to 350,000 subscribers to get even. Well, when you have a national magazine, you have 300 million population. That's conceivable. But Iowa has a 2.9 million population. I don't think I'm going to get 350 or 500,000. So you have little choice to do something different. So we sell ads. You know what? We don't really sell ads. We take ads. We don't have an ad salesman. And we make a lot of direct mail, as you know, direct mailings and so forth. But we don't have an ad salesman. And if you do it right, they're going to pursue you, just like a subscriber looking for your magazine. But we promised our readers that we would never go over 20-some% advertising, that we're going to make it primarily on subscriptions. And that's really where we're breaking even almost now on subscriptions.
No way,
and we look at the advertising that we do get as frosting. And that's important too. The advertisers never will drive us there because they're not the main source of income. We created a fictional advertising manager. His name is Cal, because really in this business, my experience is that whatever you pay your ad salesperson, him or her, if that salary is $50,000, very likely he or she will cost you $150,000. Twice that by putting them out on the road, whining, dining, travel, whatever. Well, that little regional magazine, we can't afford a $150,000 ad salesman. So we created a fictional one, and every 2 weeks we make another mailing to a list. I think there's about 140 on those. And very honestly, we picked advertisers that we felt could afford a half page or more. They don't do it, but that's the goal. That's how we picked them. And so this mailing goes out, and I'm a big believer in the lump in the letters, I call it. I mean, if you just put a bare letter out there, an assistant, editorial assistant will probably throw it in the wastebasket because they feel it's just promotion. But if there's a lump in that letter, there's a lump in the envelope that seems of something perceived value, he or she will feel guilty about tossing it away, so that gets it to the source. So that's important. So each of our mailings has a premium in it. It's either something that our fictional ad salesman is Cal, and he's a complete Darfus. I mean, he never makes the ad call. He's always planning to, but he never quite gets around to it. It's either his Saturn breaks down, he's got a cold, he's always got a sorry excuse why he couldn't make it. And so it's either something he was going to wear or something he was going to give you as a premium. Well, the first one, we put a tie in it that he was going to wear. I cleaned out my closet, Jerry cleaned out his closet, and Paula, Jerry's wife, got the rest of Good Hope. They were the sorriest looking ties, because he's just kind of a klutz, see? And the second one had a sock in it. And he ordered this gross of socks. And they're the wrong size, but he couldn't return them. He didn't want to waste them, so here's the sock, but be sure to keep it because the next one's coming with the next mailing. And each of these has a theme, and that one's theme was put a sock in it. It said, haven't you had an ad salesman sit across from you that went on and on and on and on? And you just want to tell them to put a sock in it? Well, here it is. So it's that, or sometimes things are really very useful. I think one of the best ones Cal sent out is when postage went up 2 cents. And Cal, this is all hyperbole, Cal was down at the post office standing in a long line like everybody else getting his stamps, and he realized that You know, a lot of my ad clients got the same problem. So he bought $1 worth of 2-cent stamps for all this, and we actually got a lot of mail back, and it said, I really appreciate that. I think one of the cleverest so far, I can say that because it wasn't my idea, it was Paula's, Jerry's wife. We had one of these mailings where Cal had such a bad cold that he couldn't even write the letter, so his gal Sal wrote the letter for him. And we had aspirins with that in case you're catching cold too. But it was the following one, a little bit after, where we had a dog bone in it. Because Cal and Sal's dog Pal died, and Cal figured no use wasting these dog bones. So we had a dog. We have people who tell us that these premiums are lined up on their credenza. It just, you know, that's golden. They're talking about it. Right. One guy said he takes these letters into his 7 o'clock creative meeting on Tuesday and said, why can't we do something like this? So they're into it. They know he's fictional. We mail them on Friday, so they arrive on a Monday. It's like every other Monday, they know they're going to hear from Cal. And so that's our ad sales. And the rest of it just, we have Jerry and I, this is truly 2 men in a magazine. I mean, we put that on the masthead, you see inside, but we are it.